Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time we're going to go over to the Press Democrat, and this is in the crime section. It says Windsor woman, mother of former NFL player, charged with embezzling $2 million from employer. The article was done by COLIN, ATAGI, the Press Democrat. Okay? It says a Windsor woman charged with embezzling about $2 million from her former employer is accused of using the money to pay for, among other things, high school tuition for her son, a local football standout who later played in the NFL. Annette Wright was arraigned Monday in Sonoma County Superior Court in Santa Rosa, where she is charged with one felony count each of grand theft and forgery involving funds from her former employer, Erickson Productions, a photo and video production company based in Petaluma. Criminally charged in December of 2021, Wright had been scheduled for an April 12th preliminary hearing to determine if it was enough evidence to send her case to trial. She instead waived her right to a preliminary hearing and was immediately ordered to stand trial. During Monday's arraignment, Wright pled not guilty and was scheduled to return to court on June 23rd. Her attorney, Chris Adrian of Adrian and Gallatin in Santa Rosa, declined to comment Monday when asked why his client waived her preliminary hearing. Wright's former manager, Jesse Hughes, is charged separately in the case and is scheduled to appear for a preliminary hearing on May 1st. His attorney could not immediately be reached for comment on Monday. Wright is the mother of Phil Scooby Wright III, a graduate of Cardinal Newman High School and two-time All-State football pick, whose meteoric success on the gridiron were well documented in the Press Democrat. While in college at the University of Arizona, Scooby Wright was named the nation's best linebacker and best defensive player. He was the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, the first sophomore ever to do so, in a consensus All-American. Wright finished ninth in the Heisman balloting in 2014, the highest finish for a defensive player that year. He was drafted by the NFL's Cleveland Browns in 2016. He had stints with the Browns, the Arizona Cardinals, and the New England Patriots. After his time in the NFL ended, he also played for Alliance of America Football, XFL, and U.S. Football League. The allegations against his mother were first detailed in a civil lawsuit filed in December of 2018 in Sonoma County Superior Court by her former employer, James Erickson. According to the suit, Annette Wright worked as a bookkeeper for Erickson Productions from 2010 to 2018 and contends she overpaid herself her hourly wages as well as a bonus and took excessive unearned overtime. It alleges she used $48,000 in stolen funds to pay for her daughter's wedding and $28,000 to pay for her son's high school tuition. The suit also accuses Annette Wright of using company credit cards to pay to attend NFL and college football games in Arizona. According to the suit, Hughes, her former manager, discovered the transactions in 2012, but advised Erickson the matter was under control. He said he would monitor Wright's pay and review financial records, she handled the civil suit alleged. Hughes instead conspired with Wright to spend thousands of dollars according to the civil suit. Instead of reporting defendant Wright's fraud and conversion of plaintiff's funds, defendant Hughes became complicit with defendant Wright and her husband, with each agreeing to look the other way and not report the fraud, theft, or conversion being committed by the other. The lawsuit states. It specifies, for example, that on August the 5th, 2014, Annette Wright wrote herself 4 identical bonus checks that totaled up to $4,297 at their taxes were subtracted. She and her husband Phil, who is also named in the lawsuit, are accused of spending about $2 million via 2 company credit cards and one of Erickson's personal cards. Her husband is not facing criminal charges. Hughes is accused of using upward of $100,000 on vacations and expensive meals, among other things. Erickson declined to comment on Monday. So that is the end of the article right there. I'm just like, girl, like, I mean, you just, like, you never thought that you was going to not get, caught, even though it was discovered in 2012 that, it was some fraudulent things as far as the bookkeeping that was going on. He put his trust into another person, to handle the situation. Obviously, they did not do that. Instead, he joined with, her, and they, just got greedy. I mean, at some point, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure by her embezzling that money, well, allegedly embezzling that money, because it is innocent until proven guilty. You become accustomed to a certain lifestyle. And once that happened, a lot of times people tend to refuse to go back if they have to where they used to be, because they have become so accustomed to that lifestyle. But, it's not worth it in the end, depending on what the sentencing is for it. I'm not really sure when it comes to embezzlement in, that particular state. So, who knows? She could get something minor, or she could get something major. I mean, a $2 million price tag is definitely going to warrant being made of an example of, regardless of who your son is. So I don't know, you guys. Tell me what you think down in the comment section. Should she have not did it in the first place? Once she found out that she was discovered, if she chose to continue with it, which she did, allegedly, do you think she should have stopped there? Or, or would have pressed the gas like she did? So, let me know in the comment section. Drop down. I love to chop it up with you. And, get your opinion on this, this topic. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I truly do appreciate it. And with that, you guys, I will get with you in the next one.